Name the 4 greatest American rock acts of all time. And now you have to be fair when you do this. You have to allow for someone that you may not like.
Yeah, right.
Like, for example, I know Bob Dylan isn't everyone's cup of tea, but he's one of the great American rock acts of all time. There's no better singer-songwriter in the history of the medium. And he's prolific.
So
and you listen to the songs that he wrote for other people. It's just, I'm sorry, Dylan's on that list. And if you don't have Dylan on that list, you're kind of a dick. I'd say the same thing about Bruce Springsteen. I'm not the biggest Bruce guy, but that is he wrote commercial powerhouse music in the early 70s. And then when was The Rising? Was that after 2000?
That was after 2001.
Okay, so it's like 30 years later. 30 years later, he writes a meaningful, powerful, creative, that's a fucking canon of work. He is a giant of rock and roll, whether you like his music or not. So when you say the top 4 American rock acts of all time, if Dylan and Springsteen aren't on them, I don't need to talk to you.
All right, so rock acts, because I think you said bands initially.
So bands or solo artists.
Yeah, solo artists, those two are definitely on it. And I despise Bob Dylan. And Springsteen, I'm like okay with. I was lucky enough though to see his Springsteen on Broadway, which is how I want to see him because I can't stand the band that he's with, and it's too bombastic and too. I hate horns in bands. It's just a me thing. Yeah. But him by himself with a guitar singing about like dad shit, I cried.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Oh,
I heard fucking incredible.
I saw it.
It was on Netflix
or whatever it was.
It's so good. You're like, oh, it's ridiculous. So those two definitely on there. I'd put the Doors on there, but I'm a Doors guy.
Not. How many albums did they have?
5?
Right, that's not enough.
Okay, so you need the canon of work.
You need so you just can't say Nirvana, who were brilliant.
All right,
but they made 3 albums and he killed himself. Sorry, doesn't count.
So maybe I don't like them. Like the Allman Brothers, maybe.
So fair, like that.
Like they've been around for fucking ever.
Like they belong. Like it's hard.
Yeah, right.
Like if you include the Brits, Who, Stones, Beatles, Led Zeppelin, there's a million of them. Even the modern Oasis. So the Brits do it better than we do,
I'd like to make a case for Van Halen. They've been around for fucking ever. I think that to me, Eddie Van Halen's the most influential guitar player in the history of the medium and the instrument. But they're not.
So
for
that
everybody.
Is one. So like a band,
pop hits, rock hits.
A band like Van Halen or Metallica. You hate Dylan. I don't like that kind of music, but I absolutely allow. I don't know if I go Metallica over Van Halen. But you could put one of those on there. They transformative, trend-setting,
influential,
lasting.
Van
Halen today could do a stadium tour and get 60,000 people off and sell it out over the country. Don't you think they could?
Well, Eddie's dead, but yeah.
Oh, that's right. Other than that, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So never mind. Scratch that.
But I'm trying to think. Even their last tours.
I mean, Metallica can.
But so it's probably Metallica over Van Halen because the last Van Halen tours, they were playing like the Garden. They couldn't sell out Gillette. And Metallica's playing 2 nights at Gillette with 2 different sets next summer. And they're definitely going to bang that out. So it's probably Metallica over Van Halen.
I'm just softer. I'm lamer. So I would consider someone like Paul Simon.
Who? Rachel, who do you got?
Hold on. So Fleetwood Mac is half British.
Oh, right, yeah.
Mick Fleetwood and McVeigh, not McVeigh, McVie, she just passed.
Yep.
Brits. So not Neil Young. Neil Young would be on my list, but Canadian. Bonnie Raitt, I love her. Joni Mitchell would get some mention from some people, not long enough.
Yeah.
Who's the greatest, Janis Joplin, again, couple, one little era and then passed away. The greatest female rock act, American of all time.
Maybe Alanis Morissette?
Oh, please.
Span now 30 years.
Give me something better than that.
Dolly Parton.
I was going to say Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
I was going to say, and then you introduce a country act. I think Willie Nelson would belong on some consideration here.
Yeah.
Pat Benatar. I just need something better than that.
I saw the Pretenders. Still great.
Okay. Do you know who my favorite is? Again, laugh at me, but I think Sheryl Crow is up there.
Oh, great performer.
I think she can bring it.
Yeah.
She plays guitar. She wails away when she wants to. I think
she was the lead guitarist on Michael Jackson's tour. I
Yeah.
think on in 85 or 86 or one
I
of
think
those.
she's an
tours.
underrated musician,
Yeah.
and she's pumped out 20, 30 hits, like
Yeah.
pop songs that are not easy to do. I would like to think you'd have someone better than Sheryl Crow.
We're forgetting.
I mean,
people
Stevie
here.
Nicks. I mean, like if you want to say Stevie Nicks, I'd allow for Stevie Nicks. But it's hard, you know, it's easier with the Brits. Brits just have more.
Oh, I mean, they're just, I mean.
Oh,
Beatles,
Tom Petty.
Stones.
Tom Petty deserves consideration.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's absolutely on there.
Okay. Olivia Newton-John. No, not good enough. Huey Lewis in the News.
Too many horns.
And Huey Lewis in the News. You're trolling me. Carole King. No, not quite. Heart.
Oh, Heart's good.
Okay. Do they produce enough?
No.
How many albums did they really sell? Rush is Canadian, right? Not
Yep,
American.
Rush doesn't make it.
Reba. No. Aretha Franklin. Okay. Fine.
I mean rock, like rock.
Madonna.
She's, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
brought it for 20, 30 years. Now she's fucking creepy. Have you seen her
Holy
now?
crap. Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Like in her 50s, I was into her.
Yeah.
Like you're like
Yeah, I saw her within the last decade,
In
and
her
she was still
50s, like,
noble. But these last couple of years,
tight. She was tight and hot in the, but now she's
she's
lost it.
cuckoo, and
Lost
has